So much for joining us and having this conversation with us about the role of the military chaplain, which you've been a military chaplain for the past 27 years, that is for the Southern African Catholic Bishops' Conference. Talk to us a little bit about yourself, how it is that you became a chaplain, and of course, entering the priesthood.
Yeah, it's quite a long story, but to cut it short, in 1997, I was asked by the retired Archbishop George Daniel, if I would be interested to be a military chaplain. Then, of course, being young at that time, I was just ordained 5 years, so I was fit, and so I thought, let me go and try it and see how it works in the military. And then of course, I was fit, so then I joined.
And it's been like that for the past 27 years.
25 years, 27 years. The primary role as a priest, the sacred duty takes precedence over all other tasks. But of course, as a military chaplain, the primary role is that you are advisor to the commanders and to the military as large. And you care for the soldiers and their families, spiritually, morally, and socially. So you look after the military and their family members. And I think that is the primary role. And again, of course, as an advisor to the commanders in terms of religious activities. All the religious activities, of course, you'll be asked to perform religious rites, regardless of your denomination. Because when you become a military chaplain, you work interdenominationally and of course interfaith. I'm talking about other faith as well, because you are there for everyone in the military. You're not only there for Christians or the Catholics.
Interesting. So over the years, over your 27 years, what sort of functions have you served? Not necessarily functions, but over the 27 years, where have you been to? Do you travel with the soldiers, or do you only assist them as they depart from South Africa? What is it like?
As a military chaplain, you are there with your soldiers. We talk about ministry by presence in the military, meaning that you are there with your soldiers when they are doing the training. You are there when they are in offices, when they are deployed, either internally or externally. You are also there. So you are there with your soldiers full time. And of course, also, we find that you also visit some courses. We also have soldiers that are also within the borders of South Africa or beyond the borders, might be in different courses. So you also visit.
And speaking of courses, I believe you've been to Rome as well. You've had several meetings with other military chaplains.
It has been my privilege, and I'm so grateful that the two retired bishops, Bishop George Daniel and Bishop Slattery, they afforded me the opportunity to attend the meetings in Rome, a few meetings in Rome, meeting all other military bishops as well, and military chaplains, especially the Catholics. So it has been a wonderful experience, I must say, and a learning experience.
So what exactly happens in these meetings when you meet as chaplains?
When we meet as chaplains, we discuss mainly about our functions and our roles in different militaries. And we share the experiences. Of course, also get some challenges, the frustrations that we encounter in the military.
So this weekend actually, the Catholic Church is celebrating the Jubilee of the military, police and security personnel. What is your message to all security personnel, the police, especially the military, where you serve? What is your message to them?
The message is, it's because we are celebrating a jubilee of pilgrimage of hope. Now, as military chaplains, you give hope to military personnel, regardless of their situation. The message is all about hope. And of course, Jubilee is also a time whereby you restore the relationship that we have with our Creator God, and of course, also relationship with our family members, and of course, the military that you serve, the community that you serve. So I would say to them, yes, give the people hope, because as a chaplain, they are looking for hope. And of course, as a chaplain, you are the one that can give hope. But of course, the main also duty as a priest, as I said, the sacred duty as a priest cannot be compromised. It takes precedence over all. Now, to chaplains, of course, I'm saying to them, restore that relationship that you have with God first, and of course, the relationship with the church. Because you're also there as a chaplain, you represent the church. So, and of course, firstly, you are a man of God.
And now, speaking of coming now rather to our local context, as a chaplain of the military for the Southern African Catholic Bishops' Conference, I'm sure you are following the SONA on Thursday, that is the State of the Nation address of the President Cyril Ramaphosa in South Africa, where he remembered the fallen soldiers in the DRC, about 14 of them. What are your words to the soldiers, to the families, and to the victims of these conflicts?
To the victims of this conflict, is that our soldiers are there for peace. Of course, there's nothing else. We aspire for peace in the continent. Aspire peace in our militaries. To those fallen, we say their souls may rest in peace. To the families, we are saying, God is on our side, and we are encouraging our chaplains to bring that hope to the people, that that's not the end. The fallen heroes did not die in vain, but they were pursuing peace, and they were sent to bring peace. And that is what we are aspiring for in the continent.
Thank you, Father Silas. After 27 years of serving the military, or rather serving the church as a military chaplain, what have you learned?
What I've learned for those years that I've been in the military, that ministry by presence, of course, not disregarding ministry, by preaching and pastoral care, but for us as a chaplain, because you were involved with other denominations and other faith, what really is important in those cases is just be there, being present to your members in the military. If I had to only look after the Catholics, well, I'll say yes, I would celebrate Mass. But now, in case of whereby I meet the Hindus, but my presence, just being there for them, I learned that being present, it also breaks a lot of barriers. Being there and also being open-minded, to learn from other people.
Thank you. So one can say, in a nutshell, it's an ecumenical service.
Exactly. Yes, it's ecumenical service. Ecumenical service.
Well, thank you so much once again. Anything else you'd like to add?
I would say, lastly, as I just want to say, the pilgrimage of hope. We read in the Gospel, in the letter of St. Paul to the Romans, it speaks about, it says, hope does not disappoint us. During this Jubilee year, you can go back to hope and pray for, hope. And lastly, the greatest gift that as a priest you can give to people is to, sometimes they just need your prayers. So if we can, pray for people. And because a priest, first and foremost, is a man of God and a man. Some people will say, but you are an officer as a chaplain. But firstly, you are a man of God. You are a priest. So, as an officer, of course, you'll be there for your people as well. But firstly, be there for your people and be present at all times.
Big